What's going on, everyone? And welcome back to another great epic episode of Just My Opinion Reviews. Guys, this is episode 2 recap review for Daredevil Born Again. Okay, guys, just to let you know, this is going to be spoil filled. Me and my guests are going to spoil this episode as if you've already seen it. Up, down, left, right, in, and out. That is your warning. Talking about my guest, Mr. Lamont Tyson. How you doing, man? How you doing?
I'm good tonight. Glad to be back with B.A. recovering Marvel. We got a lot to talk about.
Yes, we do have a lot to talk about it. Let's go ahead and get into it. Lamont, this episode didn't have any action in it. That means it sucks, and I'm pissed off, and I'm going to write Marvel Studios a letter. I'm just kidding. I'm joking. I'm not serious.
Okay.
I'm just joking. No, real talk, man. This episode was good, even though it didn't have any action into it until the very end. I still really enjoyed it. I may have liked this more than the first episode just because I feel like we're kind of getting into the nitty gritty of Fisk being the mayor and also Matt Murdock being the lawyer. I don't know why, but I'm just intrigued to see somewhat of a courtroom drama in this comic book adaptation on Disney Plus. And I'm really eager to see how it's going to play out. We have the introduction of White Tiger, a character who I am not too familiar with. I've heard of the character before, but I would be lying if I said that I knew all the ins, I knew all the outs, I knew all the abilities. I'm very confident that you know more than me. One thing that stands out, and I can't wait to talk to you about, is not only the suit that he had, but the amulet. And I'm just thinking to myself, okay, does the amulet actually give him powers or extra abilities, you know, like some type of super soldier serum or anything that of that nature? I could have Googled it, but I was like, you know what? I'm going to ask my homie over here, comic book expert, what he thinks. But I really did enjoy the episode. I mean, we got some dirty cops in here. Fisk is dirty as hell. That commissioner is standing 10 toes down. It was a good one. It was a good one. So I liked it overall, man. I cannot wait to start episode 3. How you feeling in general about episode 2 of Daredevil Born Again?
It was better than the first episode. Shout out to the writers for setting this episode up in a manner where they're peeling back the layers of Keto Fisk, who is no longer Keto Fisk because my man was in there eating a damn ham sandwich from a restaurant. We'll get to that later. And they're peeling back the layers of Matt Murdock. And when I say peel back the layers, what do I mean? Both of these men's true nature is Kingpin to be a Kingpin and Matt Murdock to be Daredevil. And piece by piece, we got a chance to see each character being pulled back to their original sins or their original personalities. And I thought they did a great job in uncovering it. Enjoyed it.
Yeah, man. I really did too. This is dope as hell. Also, I don't know if you noticed, but when Hector was down there, trying to help out the guy, the what is his name? Nicky Torres. We found out his name towards the end. The other cop that lived did not actually see what happened. I didn't realize that at first until I actually thought about it and went back. But he did not see what happened. He had his back turned to him. So he didn't see that the cop actually tripped and fell and did get smashed by the subway or the train. You know, his head was turned. And so that's quite interesting right there. I mean, he was, you know, you would think that he's lying. You would think that he's crooked. But in a sense, well, he still may be. Well, let me ask you this. The cops at the end that tried to take Nikki out, one of those was not the same cop that was there that survived, correct?
100%.
Oh, it was the same or it wasn't?
No, it wasn't. It wasn't.
Okay.
I'm agreeing with you. It wasn't the same guy.
Okay. Yeah, okay. I'm glad about that. So, yeah, we're going to see, man. I cannot wait to, see how that plays out. What did you think about the conversation between the commissioner and Fisk at the funeral for the cop, towards the end? What do you think about that?
Boy, you dive right into some of the most juicy parts of this pimple, don't you? Just slice the bitch up. Man, I enjoyed Commissioner Gallows standing up to Kingpin because he knows good and damn well Kingpin is still a Kingpin. He's had to deal with this man as the commissioner of the police, with Kingpin doing all this crooked stuff. And usually from that life of crime and that many years, I'm like Matt Murdock. I believe a man can change, but what guardrails do you put in place to prevent you from going back to that former life? And right now, Kingpin is surrounded by two individuals, well, three really, who keep pulling him back into that life. And when Gallows stepped to Kingpin, I said to myself, Gallows, you're asking to be put in a bad situation, and we got a chance to see that bad situation later on.
Yeah, do you think he's gonna make it? You think he's gonna live? You think he's gonna die? You know, we saw Fisk eating that disgusting sandwich that he was making fun of towards the end. But I mean, that was funny. He literally didn't want to have nothing to do with him. He came in, threw his resignation letter on the desk. I'm quit. I would be out at midnight. All these cops quitting. You're gonna need a replacement. And Fisk already knew, man, and had that picture under there. So do you think that Gallo, the commissioner, is going to die? He's going to make it, or do you think that Fisk will end up, harming his family? What do you think there? What do you think is going to happen?
Oh no! I think Gallows is going to survive. He's going to 100% survive. He's going to be a thorn in the side of Fisk, and he's going to eventually be an inside man helping Daredevil and all the other spandex wearing freaks that want to take down Keto Kingpin.
Spandex wearing freaks. I got you. Is there anything that you can tell me on why Matt wanted to do a pro bono for White Tiger or Hector? I mean, he was just chilling, trying to help this other, character in the police precinct, and overheard. Mind you, about overhearing, I love what they're doing with the sound mixing and the sound design. Us hearing all of these footsteps, us hearing people's heartbeats, them coughing, sneezing, clearing their throat, doing a really good job of giving us the perspective of Matt as Daredevil. But he took on this case, man, and there's a lot of people that need assistance, but he chose this one here in particular. You have any thoughts there?
Yeah, I enjoyed when he was helping and assisting that young sister through her situation, and they really are making it a point for us to understand that even though he's not in the Daredevil suit, he still has those enhanced Daredevil abilities, hearing, smell, and all that other stuff. And he could hear the cops down there wailing on somebody. And he's a good guy at heart. And he wanted to go down there and protect this person. So I think that with him wanting to protect this person that the cops was unlawfully beaten up, and then he interrogates him, and through his senses can tell when he's lying, when he's telling the truth. I think that just made Murdock want to take this on, because why would the cops, whoever this guy is, he must be something, because why would the cops be beating him up in an interrogation room where that is completely illegal? And so I think it was nothing more than that. But I do see a team up between White Tiger and Daredevil before the season is over with.
Oh, definitely. It's going down. I would love that. Let me ask you this too, man.
Oh God.
Because it's just funny to show how it's kind of imitating what's like really going on in the political landscape. In life, how I want to say this, I mean, it doesn't take much to please people. Now, at the same time, nobody wants to be stuck in traffic. Traffic sucks. Nobody wants to be stuck in traffic. Nobody likes to go get gas. People don't like to buy condoms. I mean, there's just a number of things that, we have to do, but we just don't like to do. But Fisk was in his car, rolling around, appealing to his agenda, going through his schedule. Traffic jam. There's a giant crater in the middle of the street. He gets out of his car. Hey, I don't know I can't remember the exact term, the foreman or whoever's in charge of the construction site. Come fill this hole. Right now, sir, it's red tape. We need the permit. Consider it approved. Yes, I'm Wilson Fisk, the mayor. I get stuff done. Now, I'm not going to be, I'm not going to lie and say that, hey, he didn't do a good deed there and fill up a hole. And, that's what people want. But at the same time, all he did was fill up a hole. I'm taking too long to get to my point. It's a little frustrating to me as I was watching this, how people are so satisfied of something so small. Am I tripping or am I looking at this the right way?
No, you're just scratching the surface, my brother, because it is a great parallel between what's going on in the country right now and what's going on TV. A lot of people, and I'm not saying you, but you know who the hell you are so uneducated about the process of the government and how it relates to politics. A lot of people will get on your back, B. Avery, and say that they don't want to hear you talk about politics when they're not smart enough to understand that politics plays a role in every damn thing you do in your life.
That's
and
true.
you should take the ability to know something about it and educate yourself properly. I said properly, not with speculation. And so to get to what happened here, he gets out. It's a permit that they need to have to fill this hole. Well, B. Avery, I'm glad you brought this up because I was going to say to you, this hole just getting filled is probably going to be a problem later on down the road. There's a reason why this hole didn't have a permit. Okay. Probably because maybe there's something under the ground that could harm people. Maybe it's going to be part of a big water pipe system. Maybe it's some damn Stark tech underneath there. But the fact that he gets out and says, fill the hole, reminds me of Trump and the people that follow Trump. Now, this is not B. Avery's opinion. So if you're going to jump on somebody, come to my channel and I eat up all the smoke. I can inhale a lot of shit, okay? You're so uneducated that you think that when the government puts things in place, sometimes to prevent things from happening for the greater good, you just want to see somebody come and shake the shit up for no reason, without logic thinking or thinking it through. And that's what Kingpin did. Instead of figuring out, why does this hole not have a permit? Could this be something that could harm the whole bridge? Could this be something that could harm the outside neighbor? He just said, come fill the damn hole. And people, because they're frustrated, because they're stuck in traffic, they just eating the shit up. When you don't know that filling that hole could probably bring down the whole road. And that's how a lot of people treat our current president. They see inaccuracies in the government that could be fixed, but not fixed just by running over it and filling holes, in essence, right. You know? So that was a great parallel, and I'm glad you took me there because, you know, I was sitting over here like a volcano in Hawaii ready to erupt to talk about that parallel. Yes, I was.
I feel you, man. I saw that, and I also thought about the I think the hole is more serious, but you know, your boy throwing paper towels and napkins to the crowd.
Yeah, man. Come on, man.
Oh, yeah, bounty. Yeah. This is the thick kind, you know, like, yeah. I don't know.
Like, these people, what B. Avery's talking about is something that happened under Trump's first term when it was Haiti. It wasn't Haiti. It was Haiti somewhere in the Caribbean. Puerto Rico had the worst hurricane, did all this damage. They need help. They need resources. And they are an estuary of America before y'all start saying, well, why are we sending more money to them? America chose to annex them, okay? Yeah. They didn't choose to be annexed. Okay, so that's why we throwing resources, and instead of bringing them money, his punk ass is going to get up there and bring towels. Yeah, and I'll leave it at that.
There we go. I don't know. I just thought about that, man.
I did too.
One of the things I want to ask you is about Cherry. I like Cherry. I do. Mm-hmm. I don't. I need to go back and rewatch season 3 of the Netflix Daredevil, but Matt wanted Cherry to go find the witness, you know, go shake him down, you know, use your authority, you know, use your will, do all of that. Nobody wanted to help. Cherry didn't want to help. Neither did Kirsten. You know, they're like, hey, man, this is a bad look for us. It's a bad look for you. If you take on this case, you're going against the whole NYPD, man. That's just not good for business. You know what I'm saying? This dude's a cop killer. But he says that he believes him. But he also said that there's something about his story that does not add up. And Cherry questioned him, like, wait a minute, is he telling the truth or does the story not add up? Which one is it? What is Matt talking about, Lamont? What do you think he's talking about? What doesn't add up, sir? What doesn't add up?
Well, because Matt had a chance to go and talk to him in that interrogation room, and The cinematography did a great job. The sound did a great job. Writers did a great job of Matt being able to hear heartbeats, see sweat drip off my man's neck. It was so detailed. You could see the minute my man was starting to get eczema from the sweat going in the crevices of his neck. Matt knew when he was telling the truth and when he wasn't. And so now we fast forward to him talking to his PI, Jerry, and Kirsten. He's telling Jerry that he knows that.
Jerry or Jerry?
I thought it was Jerry, but we'll call him Cherry, just in the middle. He was telling him that Matt knows through using his abilities that the man is telling the truth about something, but he also knows he's hiding something. And we later find out what that something was that Hector was hiding. So in essence, he hasn't done anything wrong. He was telling the truth, but he was hiding something from Matt, and he didn't want Matt to know that deep down, he is one of these vigilantes out here fighting for justice.
Yeah. And about that vigilantes, did you hear the Easter eggs that Kingpin laid out on the news at the beginning about Spider-Man and Punisher? We don't need a gun-toting vigilante with a skull on his chest, or Spider-Man or Devil with horns. I just thought that was kind of cool.
Yeah.
Lamont, is there ever a situation that you know of to where an accused or alleged cop killer can still get out on bail?
Yes.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's called white privilege. We see it happen all the time.
Okay.
Hector's not a white guy. Yeah, he's brown.
You're right.
I'll just take you back to the George Floyd era. Think about old boy that was shooting at the protest, had the gun, shot people, and instead of handcuffing him, throwing his ass on the ground, Kyle Rittenhouse.
He didn't kill a cop though.
Didn't kill a cop, but you still killed a human. And I do have a problem with why is it that the killing of cops supersedes the killing of the average everyday human when you want cops to abide by the laws too. I have a problem with that. But needless to say, he shot some people, got escorted to the car, didn't get handcuffed, and got out on bail. As a matter of fact, they took his ass to Burger King before they even took him to the arraignment. So it does happen.
Okay. You're talking about
it does happen.
Dylan Roof there. Okay. I got you. What you think about BB, man? She coming up in the office, kicking the door in. Hey, my daddy been Uric, and what's up with this, and what's up with that, and what's up with your wife? I don't know, man. She's kind of bold. Fisk is he knows that she's not someone that's gonna back down. He like, she seems like one that's used to being underestimated. I'm sorry, sir. I did not know she was gonna ask about your wife. It's okay, Jonathan. It's okay. I'll just kill you later. I still don't like the whole thing with the camera that they do with her interviews. Other than that, she's nice on the eyes, but I don't know, man. I hope she makes it out. She's gonna get on Kingpin's bad list, man. What you think about that?
I think Kingpin knows that she's hungry and knows that she's had to endure a lot, and they're going to use that to their advantage to probably placate her with stories that they want to feed to the media, so that the media is going through a cavalcade of what Kingpin wants them to know versus what Kingpin is really doing behind the back door. So they're going to be feeding BB all these stories because they know she's an underdog and she wants to grow in the industry. So they're going to feed her what they want the people to know, so that the people don't know what's really going on behind closed doors.
I got you. Y'all, what do y'all think about that? Let us know in the comment section. I want your answer to this though about White Tiger Hector. What's up with the amulet though? Does that actually give him powers? Does that soup him up? Or am I wishful thinking?
Okay. No, definitely. I seen him. I seen his origin story, and that's all I know. The origin. He's from San Francisco. He was out there fooling around with your boy, the one that just had Shang-Chi for a little bit, and then there was a White Tiger group, and they had these 3 amulets, and when you put them together, they give you superhuman strength, superhuman agility and reflexes and endurance. That's it though. They don't give you, like, he can still get his butt kicked. he's probably on par with Daredevil, maybe a little stronger. And he came to New York to try to change his life and get away from that clan. And that was about all I knew about his origin story.
When you say he's about as strong as Daredevil, is that without the amulet? So when he puts the amulet on, he's stronger than Daredevil?
Yeah, when he puts the amulet on, he's a little stronger, yes. Reflexes are better. His endurance is way better. If it's an endurance battle, like they're going to be fighting for hours, Daredevil is in trouble.
Oh, shit. Okay. I didn't know that. If I got any White Tiger amulet fans, you know what I'm saying, let us know in the comment section below. I want to hear your thoughts and how much you know about the character, if any at all. If you're excited, if you're not excited, let us know. Let us know. Usually, Lamont, when the camera focuses on, centers in on an object, a person, place, thing, now, whatever, you know, there has to be some significance there. Heather, Matt's new girlfriend, who is the shrink, you know, they're kissing and the smooching and the kissing, having a good old time.
Man.
Yeah.
B, look, in this generation, you can't call them shrinks, man. That's the equivalent of calling us colored. In this day, they would prefer to be called therapists or psychologists or psychiatrists. They don't want to be called shrinks. Man, that's to them in that profession.
My bad. I apologize. I feel foolish. I'm not gonna edit this out either. Lamont over there having a good time.
No. Don't.
Yeah.
Don't edit it. Don't edit it. But
well, hey, I stand corrected. I don't know everything. I can admit when I'm wrong. My bad. I didn't mean no disrespect. So my fault. So a therapist, you know, he made me forget what I was gonna say. Yeah, she's talking about how much fun she wants to have with Matt and putting on him and this and that. Man, I forgot what point I was gonna make because you threw me. Hold on.
I know what you're about to say.
When she was at the book sign, when she was doing the book signing, there was this guy that came up that looked really raggedy and dusty. What do you think is brewing right there, man? He seems like he has an important card to play later on this season. Like, is he crazy? Is he gonna try to harm Heather in some form, fashion? What's going on there, man? What do you think?
I thought about that too. I'm thinking to myself, is this dude gonna be a stalker of Heather sooner or later? He not only did he want to get his book signed, he wanted to get a personal one-on-one with Heather. And then I thought to myself, maybe he could be some kind of secret vigilante himself. Now, what vigilante he is, I don't know, because he looked like one of the members of Scott Pilgrim Saves the World. Maybe he's that type of hero or something. But he's either going to be probably a secret vigilante or he's going to become someone who's obsessed with her, one or the other one. But he's definitely someone you got to keep your eyes on.
Yeah, man. I'm very, very curious. He could be just a weirdo or have some type of super abilities as well, you know, so interesting, man. But yeah, is Matt going to be able to, I was gonna make a joke, but it's inappropriate. Is Matt going to be able to talk Heather out of getting all the secrets from her therapy sessions of Kingpin and Vanessa?
Yes.
I wasn't expecting it.
Eventually.
And Lamont, two things real quick. First of all, you was right at the end of episode 1. I was wrong. That when Vanessa, when she said don't kill him, she was talking about Adam, her new side piece. She wasn't talking about Daredevil, so you was right there. And 2 is, yeah, man, we got this therapy session right here. And the therapist, Heather, is the girlfriend of Matt. Is Matt going to find out that information and use that, you know, to his advantage to, you know, rid the Kingpin of, you know, his nefarious ways?
100%. Let's kind of talk about Heather from top to bottom, literally. So her and Matt was having that little lunch date or whatever it was, and we found out that Heather is a freak. She wants to go to the Belize and be Belize, if you feel me.
Yes.
And so she is ready to get them panty draws up, you feel me? And then at the book signing, we seen one of the campaign people for Keto Kingpin come and get the book signed. And that was when we knew that they was following kind of the comic book lines of introducing Heather to Kingpin and Vanessa. Now, the whole reason they're sitting in there is for two different reasons, B.A.B. Number one, Keto Kingpin still loves Vanessa. Vanessa is getting digmatized by Adam, so she don't want to be with him no more.
Right.
But the other issue Kingpin is having is that his campaign manager, the Black sister, is saying that they are having severe problems with his image when it comes to people that are basically 30 and up, because they want to see a mayor committed to someone. So she's basically telling him, you need to fix the situation with your wife, which is why we come to this therapy session. And in this therapy session, they made Heather sign extra documents, and they took the time for us to know that she signed extra documents so that we know there's going to be a conflict with her dealing with Kingpin and dealing with Matt, and she's probably going to find out Matt is Daredevil, and at some point in time, she will be able to have to divulge information to Matt, and it's going to be a big problem. And Kingpin and Vanessa are probably going to have, they're probably going to have to divulge their real secret jobs, being kingpins of the city, which is why they had her sign all that extra paperwork. That's going to have to be divulged. So it's about to get spicy.
Yeah, that bit spicy, and I can't wait, man. I can't wait. And right after that, man, we at the end, towards the end, that's where Matt Murdock awakens again, and he plays possum like he finna get beat up. Like, hey, I'm just a lawyer. Your guy left. Ha ha ha. They weren't playing it. They were like, okay, we'll just kill you. And he was like, oh no, I'm going to kill you, and body slammed his face into the ground, broke the other guy's arm. In more ways than one, I was like, "Oh, this is why I signed up." And then you have that at the end. Yes, sign me up, Lamont. I'm excited. How you feeling about this scene, sir? How you feeling?
Loved it. I was sitting there saying to myself, "How much longer is Matt going to sit here and take this ass whipping?" Yeah. Like, he know who he is.
Yeah.
And then did you see the big Easter egg that the cop that was jacking Mac up against the wall, they made sure that we seen the Punisher tattoo on his arm?
I didn't know what that was. I saw that, but I didn't know. Yeah.
That was the Punisher skull. And so, ladies and gentlemen, basically any cop that has that Punisher skull, this is a little small cabal of corrupt cops working in the NYPD system, and Punisher has always been trying to seek out corrupt cops, which is why we know we're going to see him this season teaming up with Daredevil, because he doesn't want punk corrupt cops using his symbol. So that's going to happen. And the other thing I was saying to myself is like, Matt, let it go, man. But the question I have for you, B. Avery, did he kill these guys, or are they just unconscious?
I think that's a good question. I think at least one of them is dead. The one that he body slammed his face into the ground, his neck is probably broke. Yeah. So.
And I know us geeks loved every moment of this brutality. Even though they saved it to the end, it was brutal. But B, they had it coming. The man said, "I'm deaf and blind." You really gonna put your hands on a deaf and blind guy? When you do that, you deserve the fury of hell. Okay, you deserve it.
These are facts. These are facts. Lamont, what have I left out that you want to get off your chest, man? That's that stood out to you in this episode, if anything at all.
One important item.
Okay, what's that?
When Commissioner walked in there to resign. And Kingpin lifted up that paper to show the commissioner that he has footage of his jump off love child.
Yeah.
And it's threatening to tell on him.
Yeah.
B. Avery, the only way you can break a hostage situation is to say, I don't give a damn what you do with the information. And so Kingpin is basically threatening to tell his wife that you got a love child, right? And then Kingpin pulled a Trump on us, right? He pulled a Trump on us. He said, because basically they're having all these issues with crime and issues with the police. And so Commissioner laid out what he needed. I need a bigger cadet school. These cops need overtime pay, and they need more wages. Fisk said, I'm not doing none of that. But he ran on a ticket of, we're going to fix the city. We're going to love these cops. And that was just the parallel I needed that reminded me of what we're dealing with in the White House right now. You got people food. But when you have an opportunity to do something that can help, instead of doing that, you lie about it. And behind closed doors, you're cutting the money so that you can give it to your rich buddies. And Commissioner is going to play a role in helping to take down Kingpin this season, for sure.
I hope he lives. I hope he lives. I hope his wife lives, and his secret family, they live too. You know, are those your final thoughts, sir?
That's it, brother.
All right, those are my final thoughts as well. I'm really enjoying the show. I think I enjoyed episode 2, like I said, more than episode 1, and episode 1 was great. And I can't wait to see what happens next with the way the episode 3 ended. I'm looking forward to the courtroom proceedings as much as the ass beating. That rhymed. I didn't even mean to. That's just how skilled I am. I'm joking. But guys, thank y'all so much for tuning in. We really do appreciate it. Hopefully we will be back same time, same place for episode 3. But this is Daredevil Born Again. Please subscribe to Lamont's channel. Please subscribe to my channel. We will both really, really appreciate it. But guys, again, we just want to thank you so much for tuning in. And before you go, don't forget that I'm B. Avery. That's Lamont. And that's just our opinion. Peace out. And we'll see you next time.